Welcome to this short video presentation from 3M. In the next few minutes, we'll show you just how simple it is to get a top quality gel coat finish while minimizing the costs associated with your finishing process, thanks to the 3M Marine Professional Gel Coat Finishing System. When used properly, the 3M Marine Professional Gel Coat Finishing System can help you save time and avoid some of the most common gel coat finishing pitfalls. Let's take a look at the 3M Professional Gel Coat Finishing System. Before you begin, you'll want to assess the surface to establish a game plan. Without a game plan, you may end up doing more work than you have to, which is both inefficient and can lead to removing more gel coat from the surface than you need to. As you assess the surface of the boat, determine what kinds of surface defects you are dealing with, such as scratches and oxidation. The reason for this is that you want to approach finishing from the most efficient, least aggressive standpoint. This will help you save both time and materials. So, for example, if a boat is only lightly oxidized, you most likely would not need to use the more aggressive end of the 3M Marine Professional Gel Coat Finishing System, such as the sandpaper. Simply buffing with 3M Imperial Compound in finishing material may be all that you need. Keep in mind that approaching the job from the most efficient, least aggressive standpoint, in addition to saving you time and money, may also help prolong the life of the gel coat. Before we begin, here are a couple of time-saving tips. Make sure you are not working on the boat in direct sunlight. In addition to making for hot working conditions, direct sunlight also tends to dry out rubbing compounds, rendering them less effective. Whenever possible, room temperature is best for gel coat finishing. Before you buff, be sure to tape off any and all surfaces that will not be buffed, such as sealants, silicone beads, window gaskets, canvas, vinyl, stainless steel, and rub rails. Unlike paper masking tapes, Scotch plastic tape number 471 does a great job of resisting abrasion. It also resists smearing tape residue onto the gel coat when you accidentally rub against it with a sander or buffer. Masking off bottom paint can help eliminate an unsightly mess that can result from rubbing compound splatter. It will also prevent smearing bottom paint onto the gel coat if you were to accidentally sand or buff it. Let's get started with the 3M Marine Professional Gel Coat Finishing System, which has become an industry standard that equates to quality and efficiency. The first step is to clean and de-wax the surface of the boat, like what we're doing here on this hull side. To do this, we will use the 3M Sharpshooter Extra Strength No Rinse Cleaner with a 3M High Performance Cloth. In addition to de-waxing the boat, the 3M Sharpshooter will make the next step easier because it helps remove light oxidation, dirt, and debris. Once you've completed cleaning and de-waxing the boat, you're ready to remove minor surface scratches and heavy oxidation by sanding with 3M finishing film on a dual-action sander, also known as a random orbital sander. In most cases, we will start with a grade P1200 disc, but if deep scratches exist, we may first use grade P800 and then follow it with grade P1200. To sand, focus on a smaller area, about 2 feet by 2 feet, and move the sander in a north, south, east, and west pattern using 50% overlapping passes to ensure that you don't miss any spots. Be sure to clean the abrasive disc often to prevent the sandpaper from becoming loaded or clogged up. Clean the disc by running it over a soft surface such as carpet or a non-abrasive Scotch-Brite pad. You'll know you're done sanding when the original scratches have been removed and the entire surface has a consistent sanded finish. If you're having difficulty telling if the original sand scratches have been removed, you can highlight them first by applying a thin layer of 3M Dry Guide Coat, which is a dry dark powder that will remain in the scratches until they have been completely removed. After the sanding step is complete, you're ready to buff the sand scratches out and bring the gel coat finish to a high gloss using 3M Imperial Compound and finishing material. Wipe the surface clean to allow the compound to work as quickly and efficiently as possible. Now you're ready to buff the sand scratches out and bring the gel coat finish to a high gloss using 3M Imperial Compound and finishing material. 3M Imperial Compound and finishing material is 3M's most advanced gel coat finishing product that does just what its name implies. It first cuts out sand scratches and removes oxidation, then it buffs up the surface to a great shiny finish. To begin, apply a small amount of compound to a 100% wool 3M buffing pad. Spread the compound around by wiping the buff pad across the surface before you turn the buffer on. To remove the sand scratches from the previous step, use overlapping passes and medium pressure with the buffer speed set at 1200 to 2000 RPM. While 3M Imperial Compound in finishing material leaves a fantastic finish, remember that it has plenty of cut and can remove a good deal of oxidation. By remembering to approach the job from the most efficient, least aggressive standpoint, you may actually be able to skip the sanding step and go straight to compounding. The only way to really know if you can skip the sanding step is to simply compound a small area of oxidized gel coat. If it removes the oxidation and you're satisfied with the speed of the process, you've just saved yourself a sanding step. Here's another tip. As you compound the boat, the buffing pad will get clogged with oxidized gel coat and excess compound. Make sure you clean the pad often to ensure efficient compounding. If the buff becomes too dirty or is worn out, make sure you replace it with a new one to help ensure efficient, high-quality results. If you've been compounding on a white or light-colored boat, this may be your last polishing step. All you have left to do is to wax the boat using a high-quality product like Scotchgard Marine Liquid Wax. For darker-colored boats, some people like the added shine and deep luster that is the result of taking the Gelcoat finishing system just one step further. An extra polishing step can deliver that added shine and luster. To polish, simply use either of these great 3M polishes, 3M Finesse 2 finishing material or 3M Perfected machine polish. Which of the two you use will be a matter of operator preference. The Finesse 2 finishing material will be a little more aggressive and can be a good product to have in the shop for other light compounding purposes. The Perfected machine polish will deliver the brightest finish to your darker gel coats. Whether you use the Finesse 2 or the Perfected machine polish, the application procedure is the same. Simply follow the compounding step by using either of the polishes with a 3M yellow wool polishing pad, which is softer than the white compounding pad. Your polishing technique will be exactly the same as your compounding technique, however, most operators find the polishing step to be easier. Once you've completed the polishing step, you are ready to wax the boat. Just make sure you've cleaned up any residual compound and polish from the boat's surface. 3M Marine Clean and Shine is a great product to help you do so. It does a great job of helping you remove residual compound while leaving a thin layer of wax on the surface. For a more comprehensive and longer-lasting wax job, we suggest using Scotchgard Marine Liquid Wax as your final step. Thank you for taking the time to learn how to compound and polish a boat using the 3M Professional Gelcoat finishing system.